Hello and welcome to my studio journal. Now back in 2022, I started to redesign my home studio, shifting from software to hardware for the first time. What began as a few videos for some curious students soon became an ongoing unfiltered record. So here we are at day 30. I got to work last night with the old laptop here and I started to do a to-do list. And it turns out, actually I have quite a bit. I still have quite a bit on the power front with USB. And one of the things that was left to do, maybe get a stand for the Advanced 49. I didn't use it the way it was supposed to be used. I used it as a keyboard controller, that's it. The VIP software, while it's great, just wasn't up my alley. I have that, it's no longer being made. It happens to work with the Akai Force. I think that works the best when I'm programming stuff into the Akai Force. If you watched the video from yesterday, there's just issues with the way some of the stuff is set up. So it'd be nice to be able to use that keyboard. Also because it has all the knobs that I can actually use to control, well, the synth wall. The idea was I was going to buy a stand, and it was a little Z-style stand from Amazon. It was about 60 bucks, just like the Akai Force was originally going to be on the synth wall underneath the lowest shelf, and I was just going to pull out when I need to use it. I wanted to do something similar for the Advanced 49 keyboard. The stand that I'm looking at isn't short enough, so that means I would have to make some alterations like I did with this one. And then I got to thinking, I got this thing. This is a mixer stand. I was at Long & McQuaid, and I just at that time had purchased M Audio Project Mix. It's a big mixer. Fit on here just perfect. This was there as just sitting there as a demo, right? I don't know if you can hear my dogs are hearing something there. Yeah, that's George. Anyhow, the thing is, this was sitting there. I just said, hey, can I grab that off you? How much would you charge for that? And they said, oh, yeah, I think it was like 40 to 60 bucks, somewhere in there. Anyhow, so I got this thing. I used it for a long time, but now it's just been sitting like literally in the basement. I can't use it. It doesn't fit in this room because it doesn't go short enough. It's awkward. And then I thought, well, hold it. This is before I found my good friend, the hacksaw. So I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try something very similar to what I did with that. If I take this thing, I'm just going to put this down for a sec. This top part comes out like this, just like the other one. And you can see this needs to be put back on. Well, I got that tape that I'll do that with. But anyhow, so this top comes off. And very similar to the other one, this just has a plastic collar on it that comes off. Now, this right here is kind of a pull pin that hooks in to stop the thing from going up and down. This is really what stabilizes it right here, is this turn thing. Now, I don't really need this because I'm trying to make this as short as absolutely possible. And in all honesty, if I wanted to raise it up, I would just like put literally paper or something down here, a tube or something, and it would hold it up and then I would screw it into place here. But let's say I cut this right about here. That would then give me the option of taking this thing, just like I did with the other one, and cutting it down here, which means that I could make this small enough to go where that one was with the Akai Force originally, where that other stand was with the Akai Force over there. Some of these shelves are so tight together. They work fine, like having the synth sitting there, but they do not work fine for programming the synth. All right, I can barely even fit back here. But with the power conditioner, I'm just going to slide this over for a sec, this should be able to slide underneath it, and it does, and it'll go pretty far back. The next thing is how high do I need this? If I'm putting the Advanced 49 on top, it's just going to sit flat. I'm not going to have it angled. How high do I need it in order for it to be a semi-comfortable playing position when you're sitting down, and one that can have the shelf sit on it? Is that with this right here, this thing, if the shelf sits on it, right like this, I can then pull the whole shelf out and have it sit on this thing, and that becomes my table. But because there's also the cross member here, I get to keep the light that's on that shelf. I just need to make sure there's enough slack. And I know how much cord I have up there. There's a lot of slack to move that thing over here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is solve this problem right here. This will take me forever to peel this off because of the way that they make these things. All that. No way. That happened pretty easy that time. Okay, so this is that double-edged tape that I was using to actually get the keyboard connected to the stand. So it's a pretty good tape. And I mean, it's this just to make it even with the other side so it doesn't fall off and all that sort of thing. It's not meant to, well, it's on there pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I mean, as you see, this thing is rusted here, and it's just that this old stand, I'm either going to use it for this or it gets thrown out. I mean, that's kind of just the way it's going to work. But anyhow, so that part's done. Let's see what it looks like and how low we have to get this thing. Well, that's not exactly what I would call close. So I would like to bring it down to the level of the second shelf on, like, if we look at this thing right here. I'd like to bring it down to, this is where the one shelf is. I'd like to bring it down to that height right there, so that it basically looks even across. That's what I'd like to do. Whether I can or not, that's going to be a different story. That height might be a little bit tricky. I really don't want to take out that one pin, the one that screws it into place, like the one that adjusts the height. I don't care about that one. That can go. But the other one, yeah, that's going to be tricky. See if we can do it maybe. If you'd like to follow the full journey, check out my online studio journal linked in the description. Until next time, I'm just a music teacher having fun. Catch you on the next one.